What's good, YouTube? My name is Mary Kay and welcome to Mary Kay Confidential. Today's video is about my locks. I have reached 6 months. I cannot believe it. Like, looking back on day one, like, I just didn't know how this was gonna go. But it's been a great 6 months, and today's video is all about month 4, 5, and 6. I recorded day 1 to 3 months, so if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below so you can kind of see the progress that my hair has made. So we're gonna jump first into month 4. What's up, guys? I am officially 4 months locked. I did a fresh retwist yesterday, so I'm gonna do a quick spin around and show you what my hair looks like. I did notice I tried to use a like an aloe vera gel for between month 3 and month 4, and it didn't work too well for my hair. So I'm back using my Talia Wajid tight hold, and I think I'm just gonna stick with this for now. It's working, no need to mess the system up, okay? So I did 2 things different with this retwist. The first thing I did different was I only put the clips at the near the root, and I just let the ends hang free instead of clipping them at the end like I normally do. And the second thing I did different was, instead of air drying my hair for the majority of the time and then putting on my bonnet dryer on a cool setting for about 30 to 45 minutes, this time I still used that same process, but instead of putting it on a cool setting, I put it on a warm setting and got a more thorough dry to see how my locks would respond to the heat versus the cool setting. And I also wanted to see if it makes my retwist last longer. Month 4 was pretty smooth, uneventful. I don't think I faced any real challenges in month 4, just a lot more budding happening with my hair, but that's about it. Nothing too crazy. So guys, I am so excited. We have 5 months. Like, I won't even front, like, this is going much smoother than I expected. The budding process is going faster than I expected. So it's just been a wonderful journey. Like, I can almost have a ponytail now. Like we in there. Now, I do want to tell you some changes that I did with this retwist. I actually used a different gel. I had been hearing about this gel, so I wanted to try it out. Now, the Talia Wajid tight hold was doing pretty good in my hair, but I'm somewhat of a product junkie, and I also just want to make sure I'm using the absolute best product for my hair. But I have 2 locks, and I'm kind of not surprised. It's where I normally, when my hair was loose, this would be where I part my hair off. This particular lock, it's just now starting to get one bud. When I did my 2-month retwist, when I washed my hair, this particular lock came completely loose. Like, it was like barely hanging on. So this time I actually, instead of just doing it with my hand or trying to palm roll it, I actually used a comb and like restarted the very beginning. So as you can see, it is starting to bud. But yeah, we 5 months into this lock process. Why is it just not starting to bud? And then this particular lock, it's not budded at all. I also took the comb and restarted the beginning and then palm rolled the rest. So I don't know what it's doing. Those particular 2, nah, this one's budding. But yeah, these particular 2 are they're just taking their time. They're doing their own thing. I don't know what they're going through. The rest of my hair is budding very nicely. Now, most of my coils are still loose on the end. Like, here's a good one. You can tell, like, all of that is still loose. But ones in the middle eventually, I do believe my hair is eventually going to all lock on the end. You know, some people, their hair never locks on the end. But as you can see, like in the middle, it's budded to here, and then it just has like this last little bit of loose hair. So I noticed a lot of the ones in the middle look like that, but the ones in the front are still very, very loose. I did notice with my month 4 retwist, I thought I saw a reflection of something within my very back row, like possibly some buildup. And once I did this particular retwist, I was able to see it better. Now, the funny thing is, or the ironic thing is, it's only in my back row. So I'm going to insert a clip. I actually pulled all my hair up and turned around so you can see it in the back. I thought this was product buildup. It turned out to be lint. You can see it very good in that one all the way to the right, and then in the second and third one from the left. She took a pair of tweezers, and yeah, I had to really get in there. But I think I got all of it. If not all of it, I at least got the bulk of it. And I will definitely be making sure that every time I wash my hair, I'm paying really close attention to that area. And once it gets longer to where I can look at it like how I can look at some of my other locks, then I can definitely pay even more attention to it. But we will not be wearing bonnets anymore, okay? If you're rocking bonnets, check it. Make sure that there's no lint on the inside of that bonnet, okay? Okay guys, as you can see, month 5, I faced my first real challenge, and that was me thinking I had product buildup, but it actually turned out to be lint in my hair. And it just made me more conscious about my hair. You know, it's about to get a little cooler in the area that I live, so about to break out the sweaters, and so it's just taught me to be very mindful of that back row and what I'm doing with my hair. Just making sure that I'm keeping it as healthy as possible. Like I said in the previous clip, there was no lint in any other portion of my hair, so I really had to do process elimination. And now I only wear my dread socks to sleep, or sometimes I'll even leave it loose and just use my satin pillow. But I make sure I don't use anything that can attract cotton or lint build up in my hair. And I check my hair now, especially that back row, almost every single day, because now I'm a little paranoid about it. So okay guys, so I'm about to do my 6-month retwist, and I just didn't want every part of this video to be me with freshly retwisted hair, because that's not realistic. About 1.5 to 2 weeks, my hair looks really nice and fresh, and then it just looks like this. Like just frizzy, and the roots are just doing their own thing, and I kind of like it wild, but yeah, sometimes I like it fresh and sometimes I like it like this. But I'm definitely going to retwist today. So my ends have been a little dry, so I just went through and put a little conditioner just on the very ends. Like I dampened it with some water, and I put the conditioner on the very ends. And yeah, so I'm not going to use any conditioner on any other part of my hair. I used conditioner in my month 5 retwist, like just a light diluted coat, but my retwist didn't last as long. So I don't know if it's because I used the conditioner, or if it's because my hair is growing like crazy, or if it's because I switched to a different gel when I did my twist. So this time I'm just going to use my Taliwa Jade and not change anything else about my regimen. But I will say from month 5 into month 6, my hair was softer, so I don't regret using the conditioner in month 5. So I'm not gonna record me retwisting my hair, but I will be back with the finished product. Okay guys, so here we are, month 6, and my locks, I feel like they really look like locks, like legit look like locks. A lot of them are no longer bumpy, they're actually starting to look like smooth, legit locks, okay? So I'm very excited about that. This journey is going so much smoother and so much faster than I thought it would. Like, I don't know, maybe I missed the whole stage where your hair is looking wild and crazy, or just my hair is not gonna do that. Like, that's was the biggest fear and concern that prevented me from locking my hair years ago, because I didn't want to go through a wild, crazy phase, but my hair's been fine. Like, it's just chilling, you know? So the only real challenges I faced in month 5 going into month 6 is my retwist did not last as long as I mentioned. This time I went back to my tried and true Taliwa G. I'm still somewhat of a reformed product junkie, so I still want to try flaxseed gel, and after that I think I'll be done trying gels, but so far this is like my number 1 choice. Now, one other challenge that I faced, I have about 3 locks in the middle that when I originally did them, I parted them just a little bit wider than I would have wanted to, like, you know, going back looking at it. So I have to be very conscious of those, because the roots, when my roots are looking crazy, like, it's really looking crazy along those. And this month had a lot of stray hairs within that area. I pulled out and tried again for the second time a crochet needle. Now this really helped me this month with those 3 particular locks. What I did was I actually just went in and I took the loose hairs and I just kind of wrapped it around the lock, and then I took the crochet hook and just kind of went in and out, in and out, in and out. And although I'm not that very versed in using this particular kind of crochet needle, I mean, it did the trick. It got the hair in there, so that's that. So yeah, that was a little bit of a challenge. Before I started this video, I went back and I watched the clips from month 4 and month 5, and I was surprised because I didn't feel like, I know that my locks are thicker from the time I recorded the day 1 to month 3, and they're starting to get a little more length to them, but I didn't really see a big difference in them. But if you look back at like that, and I'll insert a little comparison clip. If you look at month 4, just in my bang area, not the bang, the bang. Now, if you look at just my bang from month 4 to now, like, I can definitely see a length difference, like legit length difference. Okay guys, so I wanted to purposely record this portion of the video with my hair up, is I wanted to talk to you about my edges. I decided I wanted to try to grow my edges out more so that they would be inside of the lock, because for years and years and years, I have slicked my edges down. The past month or so, I haven't been like religiously doing it, but I would say the 2 things that have helped me to get my locks to where they're actually coming inside, like this time, this retwist, I was able to get almost all of my edges going in to this lock. This, you know, I still have a little fuzz here, but for the most part, it's in the lock as well. And I don't think this has been this length since I can remember. So I really don't, I will be shocked and amazed if this little portion grows to be in the lock. These are the 2 products that I've been using to get my edges where they are now. That would be some black castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, and some wild growth oil. Now, I'm not using these religiously. I'm not using it every single day, but I use this more than the wild growth oil, mainly because of the wild growth smell. Now, I've used actually a lot of this. This is a 4 ounce, and it's probably, I would say maybe 1 ounce left in here. With my first 3 months of my locks, I use this a lot. I use this only along my edges. So for instance, this particular retwist, I sprayed my leave-in conditioner that I always mix with my rose water and regular water and some essential oils. I used the Talia tight hole to do my locks, but when I got along my edges, I added a little bit of the Jamaican black castor oil, and I noticed that when I do use this along my edges, my retwist lasts in that area a little longer than without it. I didn't even use any edge control today at all. Like, this is just my natural flow of my hair. I'm trying to get completely away from the edge control. There's two other things I want to show you why my hair is up like this. Now, I am very bad about, I want this front line to look nice at all times. A lot of times I will go, you know, a whole month without retwisting anything in the middle, but my edges, like after a couple weeks, I'm like, okay, let me just kind of do a soft retwist. Let me tighten them back up just a little bit. But I've noticed that they're not getting as thick. Like, look at this one. This month, like, I guess this is how thick they will eventually be, but they're not like that now because I'm always like, they're budding. I can feel that they're budding, but they're not as thick as they can be. If you look at that one in comparison to one of the ones in the middle, and sorry, my picture's in the background, I'm kind of throwing it off, but you can definitely see the difference between the ones in the very front and the ones in the middle that I barely bothered. Though that's one thing I want to focus on this month, is just staying out of the front of my hair. And the last thing I want to show you why my hair is up is, and I talked about it a little bit in month 5, is my hair is like really in some sections starting to become very, very blunt on the end. Like, as you can see, there's very little hair left to form into that blunt end. But then you have other ends that are like not even formed at all, still, you know, retaining their curl pattern. Thought it was kind of neat to show you the different stages that my locks are in. Yeah, I don't think I faced any other challenges this month with my locks. So, you know, drink your water, eat your veggies, keep those locks moisturized, okay? And they will grow. Okay guys, so I wanted to be sure to include a few photos. This was like day 3 of the locking process. This is around the month 4 retwist. You know, I'm kind of playing around with my little ponytails. And here is, you know, frizz, followed by frizz, followed by more frizz. So yeah, my frizz just stays undefeated. And of course, this is how you're seeing my hair now today. Shout out to anyone who saw my video where I painted these. This is kind of like my lock appreciation wall. You know, the orange, green, purple, and turquoise. They're kind of like my theme colors of my apartment. So I kind of wanted something. I think this one's my favorite. And this one is how my hair looks most of the time. Can't wait to get some lock sprinkles once my ends finish forming. And all right guys, I think that pretty much sums up my month 4, 5, and 6. So thanks so much for tuning in, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please list them below. I will be happy to respond to you. I don't have a large following yet, so you know, I'm pretty sure I can answer your questions, your comments, you know, feel free. And yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.